Every champion, every leader, every unstoppable force was once consumed by doubt. Doubt is the shadow that creeps into your mind when you're standing on the edge of your dreams. It whispers that you're not enough, that your past defines you, that your failures are proof of your limits. But what if I told you that doubt is not your enemy? Doubt is the test. Doubt is the resistance that forges your strength. It is not there to stop you. It is there to reveal you. When you learn to use doubt as fuel, to channel that uncertainty into relentless effort, you start to turn the tide. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and start becoming the author of your outcome. The world doesn't hand greatness to the timid. It rewards the bold who push forward despite their fear. You have the power right now, not in some distant future, to take control of your destiny. Doubt may knock at your door, but dominance answers. And when dominance answers, it doesn't ask for permission. It kicks the door wide open and claims its place. Most people run from doubt. They try to silence it, suppress it, or pretend it isn't there. But the strongest individuals, the ones who shape history and bend reality to their will, do something radically different. They face it. They walk straight into the storm. Why? Because they understand that doubt isn't weakness unless you allow it to be. It's a call to rise, to go deeper, to sharpen your focus and amplify your grind. When you look doubt in the eye and say, "You will not break me," something changes inside you. You begin to realize that doubt only has power when you give it authority. Strip it of that power. Take back control. Every second you spend second guessing yourself is a second stolen from your greatness. You weren't born to live in hesitation. You were born to lead, to create, to dominate your arena. There's a warrior within you waiting to be unleashed, and it's doubt that stands as the final gatekeeper. Smash through it. Prove to yourself that the only limits that exist are the ones you refuse to confront. You see, dominance isn't about ego. It's not about shouting the loudest or appearing the toughest. Real dominance is silent. It's calm. It's the unwavering belief in your ability to rise, no matter what's thrown at you. It's a mindset, a lifestyle, a decision that you make daily to rise above mediocrity, to push beyond comfort, to break through barriers that others see as unmovable. Dominance comes from mastering yourself first, your thoughts, your habits, your reactions. It's waking up each day and declaring war on complacency. Doubt thrives in silence, in your hesitation. But when you act, when you move with certainty, you drown it out. You show the world and yourself that doubt is no match for determination. The more you act in the face of doubt, the more you start to dominate every area of your life. You start walking with purpose, speaking with clarity, living with intention. This is how dominance is born, not in a moment of glory, but in thousands of moments where you chose discipline over doubt, courage over comfort. Some of you are waiting for the perfect time to act. You're waiting for clarity, for confidence, for all the stars to align. But dominance doesn't wait. It creates. It acts in the midst of uncertainty and builds clarity through action. Confidence is not something you are given. It's something you earn. And you earn it by moving forward, even when you're unsure, by doing what others won't, by rising when you fall. Stop asking for permission to chase what sets your soul on fire. The world is full of people who had the talent, had the vision, but they let doubt rob them of their shot. Don't be one of them. Be the one who steps into the fire, who embraces the pressure, who turns every obstacle into an opportunity to get stronger. Life is not a dress rehearsal. You don't get a second run at today. If you don't dominate your time, your fears will. If you don't dominate your doubts, they will dominate your destiny. It's time to take back control and lead from the front. There will always be voices, external and internal, that try to hold you back. People will project their own fears onto you. They'll say it's impossible, unrealistic, too risky. And your own mind, conditioned by years of fear and failure, will echo those doubts. But that's when you must stand firm and declare that your life will not be dictated by fear. Turn every "you can't" into fuel. Let every ounce of skepticism push you further. Prove to yourself that your will is stronger than any opinion. You don't need approval to be great. You need courage. Courage to act, to fail, to learn, and to rise again. Dominance isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up so many times that failure gets tired of trying. You are not defined by your lowest moments. You are defined by your refusal to stay there. Every time you get up, you send a message to the world, to your doubt, and most importantly, to yourself. I am not done. I am just getting started. The battlefield of greatness is won in the small moments. The decisions you make when no one is watching. The habits you build in silence. The extra reps you do when you are exhausted. The late nights you push through while others sleep. That's where dominance is forged. It's not in the spotlight. It's in the shadows, where character is tested and champions are made. Doubt will come for you in those moments. It will tell you that your effort isn't worth it, that you're not progressing fast enough, that maybe this path isn't for you. But if you listen closely, you'll hear a deeper voice, the one that says, keep going. That voice is your potential calling you forward. Honor it, feed it, let it become louder than the doubt. The more you feed your belief, the weaker your doubt becomes. You become a force of nature. You stop reacting and start creating. That's what happens when you commit to dominating every moment, not just the big ones. You build momentum. You build legacy. So many people waste years trying to silence their doubt when they should be using it. Doubt is a signal, a gift, a spark. It means you're doing something that matters. It means you're reaching. Playing it safe won't trigger doubt. Growth will. And if you want to grow, you've got to embrace the discomfort. Let doubt become your call to action, not your excuse to retreat. Let it push you to prepare harder, train longer, think deeper, and execute better. When you learn to see doubt as your rival and not your ruler, you begin to grow into a different version of yourself. A version that isn't shackled by fear, but fueled by purpose. This is what separates contenders from champions. Champions don't have less doubt. They have more drive. They're not exempt from fear. They've just decided that fear doesn't get to make decisions anymore. You have that same choice right now. Use your doubt, turn it into drive, and then use that drive to dominate every goal, every challenge, every day. Let me make something crystal clear. The world owes you nothing, not recognition, not opportunity, not success. But here's the secret. They don't have to give it to you because you have the power to take. When you decide that your life will no longer be governed by doubt, you unlock a level of freedom that most people never reach. You stop asking, can I, and start saying, watch me. You stop hoping for success and start demanding it from yourself. Every time you choose to act, in spite of fear, you expand your capacity to dominate. You become more dangerous, more disciplined, more determined, and those qualities compound over time into unstoppable momentum. So don't wait for anyone to validate your dream. Don't wait for the perfect moment. That moment is now. Doubt might follow you, but it doesn't own you. You own your story. You own your fire. And from this moment forward, you walk with one purpose: to dominate, to rise, to conquer whatever stands in your way. You must become obsessed with your mission, not casually interested. Obsessed, because when you're obsessed, doubt doesn't stand a chance. You wake up thinking about your goals. You go to sleep visualizing your victories. You sacrifice comfort, distraction, and weakness because your purpose is bigger than your pain. Dominance doesn't come from talent. It comes from obsession, from relentless, day after day pursuit of something greater. And when you're that locked in, nothing can shake you. People will doubt you. Let them. Your job is not to prove them wrong. It's to prove yourself right. To look in the mirror and know with absolute certainty that you gave everything. Because the worst regret is not failing. It's knowing you never really tried. Don't let that be your story. Let your story be one of transformation, of fire, of rising again and again until doubt gets tired of chasing you. You are not average. You were never meant to blend in. You were built to dominate. But you must decide right now to live like it. This world doesn't need more passive dreamers. It needs warriors. It needs people who turn their wounds into weapons, their setbacks into springboards, their doubt into dominance. You are that person. Everything you need is already within you. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now, you've been through storms that should have broken you, and yet you're still standing. That's not weakness. That's power. Now, use it. Channel every tear, every failure, every fear into your fire.
Yo!
You are a storm wrapped in skin. Unleash it. Let the world feel the impact of your presence. Let them remember your name, because you refused to be defined by hesitation. You wrote your own legend. You didn't just dream. You didn't just hope. You built. You didn't just survive. You dominated. From this moment on, carry yourself like the warrior you are. Speak like it. Move like it. Believe like it. Because the only thing standing between you and everything you want is what you're willing to do. When doubt knocks on your door, now open that door and show it who's in charge.